In this video, we're going to talk about Bryan Kohberger. We're also going to talk about how 4 college students were brutally slain as they minded their own business inside of a rental home in Moscow, Idaho. We're going to talk more about visual snow. Apparently, a lot of my subscribers have it, and they've informed me. Now I'm going to inform you. We're going to look at some newly released rare photos of Bryan, and we're also going to talk about the cut on Bryan's face. Yes, the cut's old, but I haven't discussed it on this channel yet. I've been gone. I'm back now. I know you missed me, and I missed you. We'll also discuss the public defender and her conflict of interest in representing Bryan, and some additional tidbits here and there. Stay tuned.
What's up, guys? True Crime King. How we doing? So, as he just said, that's what we're going to be watching. That's what I'm going to be reacting to. And let's see what he's got. See if there's anything new. Hit that like and subscribe button. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name is Drip Drop, and I'll be your host as always. We're going to jump right into this video and start it with a boom.
We're starting with a boom.
This is the 5th episode in this series. If you haven't seen my previous 4 videos on Bryan Kohberger, check my channel. There's a playlist for those videos.
Same with me. I've got plenty of videos on Kohberger.
And I'll link it down below. I previously discussed visual snow, which apparently Bryan Kohberger has because when he was 15, 16, and 17, he was posting on the internet on a visual snow forum discussing his visual snow, which means he has bad vision, and apparently it's like having TV static over his eyeballs, along with black blobs to the left.
Yeah, that's what visual snow is, in case you don't know, right? So it's basically TV screen static for your eyes.
And to the right, but mainly to the left, where he has trouble seeing. Apparently I downplayed it in a previous episode. Quite a few subscribers reached out to me and told me they have visual snow, and that my representation was way off. That it just wasn't a good representation of how bad it really affects people's vision.
Yeah, when he first said it on his channel, nobody knew what it was. Everybody had to look it up, unless you have it yourself, right? I didn't know what it was, right?
So let's give this another go. What you're seeing,
it's okay to admit it, guys,
on the screen right now is a new up-to-date advanced version of my new visual snow representation. Apparently Bryan had it worse in his left eye, so that's what you're also going to see on the left screen here. As you can see, it might be difficult to see me now because there's a static covering.
I'm not sure what this has anything to do with the case, but I'm gonna keep watching here.
And this might be what it looks like for people with visual snow. You may also see some black floating blobs floating around the screen, where it makes it extra hard to see out of the peripheral vision. That's super important, because as Bryan was leaving the house, to his left would have been Dylan Mortensen. She's one of the surviving roommates from...
Okay, so maybe he's saying when Bryan was leaving, the reason why he didn't kill Dylan was because he didn't see her, right? Because we know they made eye contact because Dylan told us that, right? But we're all wondering why he didn't kill her. One theory, like he's saying, could be maybe he just didn't see her because of his bad visual snow and his blobs that he's got and his peripheral vision in his eyes, right?
From 1122 King Road. She was to the left. The kitchen and the exit was to the right. Apparently visual snow gets worse as adrenaline is pumping, and certainly his adrenaline was pumping after slaying 4 innocent college students. It's a new year, and that means it's a brand new opportunity to start fresh. AG1 by Athletic Greens is the perfect first step towards focusing on AG1 by Athletic gluten-free. It's rare occurring and why I stay so energized. So supplements, AG... You really can't...
It's a long AG Green advertisement. It's like a minute.
He certainly did see her, and that he wanted to leave one to tell the tale. That still may be true. We're all just guessing here. So if Bryan Kohberger's visual snow was acting up and didn't...
Yeah, let's take a pause here. So no one will know for sure if that's the reason. It's just a theory, okay? So no one can say, oh, that's definitely why he didn't kill her, okay? Nobody. But it could have been why.
Full overdrive? He may have been lucky to even find his way out of that house that evening. especially with a bunch of static all over his eyes. And
Well, if it was that bad, right, then he wouldn't even attempted it if he didn't think he could do it, right?
black blobs floating around in his peripheral vision, or worse, on his left side. And to his right side would have been a neon sign that said good vibes. He may have been blinded, disoriented, shaking, covered in blood, and just focused on escaping. He probably couldn't believe that he actually followed through with this.
I mean, if this dude, Bryan, can drive fine and there's no restriction on his driving license, right, then I think he can see pretty much, pretty well, right? I don't know if I'm buying the whole visual snow didn't see her thing. Me personally, I just think he was just tired. He was already out the door, and he already took 9.5 minutes. I mean, so he knew he had to get out of there. He had a mask on, so he didn't think, she would be able to ID him. And he didn't know his car was gonna be videotaped and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm buying the visual snow, but it could be right.
Sick plan and fantasy that he hatched. Hopefully that was a better representation of visual snow. You let me know down below. Did I get it right this time? I try my best here at Crime Circus. Moving on to the next topic. We're going to take a look at some newly released photos of Bryan. Some of you may have seen these, some of you may not have. This is a worldwide show for a worldwide audience. Not everybody researches this case every single day. So to some of you, these may not be new. For the majority of you, I think they will be.
Yes. I also get a lot of comments, that's not new, we've seen this. Well, guess what, guys? For a lot of people, it is new, okay? Just because it's not new to you does not mean it's not new to somebody else, okay?
Here's a picture of Bryan Kohberger in the back seat of a car. This car happens to have an antenna on the back trunk area. Is this some type of police car? Or
Look at Kohberger, right? Look, he looks creepy as hell, doesn't he? Look at his left eye. You can tell.
Is that normal
Something off with that guy.
to have an antenna on your trunk? Typically, I only see those on law enforcement vehicles, but if you know of a vehicle, leave a comment down below and let me know, because this show is about educating me and you. I'm counting on you just like you're counting on me. Thank you. Now,
There's magnetic antennas that you can get and just place them anywhere. So you can buy them online, Amazon, everywhere. So yeah, that could be any car.
I don't know who these other two people are in this picture. It's been rumored that Bryan was somewhat of a loner and
Imagine being those two people now, that boy and that girl, knowing that, the guy sitting behind you is a fucking, serial killer. Yeah, right? That's creepy as hell.
didn't really have friends, but these people seem to be smiling ear to ear and having the time of their life with Bryan Kohberger. Of course, as usual, he kind of has a blank look on his face.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a picture of Bryan when he was in ROTC.
Look at Bryan, man. He looks like he's a little chunkier in this picture. I guess he lost some weight going vegan, right?
In high school. For those of you that aren't familiar, ROTC is a military program in high schools where students can get ready for the Army. Barely a little miniature goatee. Once upon a time, my goatee used to be that small. Lived the moments inside of 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, on November 13th, 2022. Keep in mind, Amityville Horror happened on November 13th, 1974.
Whoa, did Kohberger, do it because of that? Maybe. I think he did it because it was Kaylee's last day there.
At approximately 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. There is numerology in this case. I've previously discussed that in another episode in this 5-part series, and there's going to be a 6th part to this series. Maybe I'll just permanently turn this into the Crime Circus Moscow, Idaho channel, because I know you want to keep hearing about this case.
Yeah, well, everybody's making all kinds of videos on Kohberger because that's where the views are. That's what people want to see right now. So that's why people are making all kinds of videos on them. If you guys are wondering.
Over and over and over again. So maybe I'll never stop talking about it. But I'm not going to make any promises. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Should I talk about this case forever? Just a couple more episodes? Or do you want to never hear about this ever again? I've done a lot of research, and I can promise you there will be a 6th episode, and I don't want you to miss it. It's going to be super important. I'll be there, and I hope to see you there. Moving on to the next topic.
I'll be there too. Hope to see you there too.
In this video. Some of you may or may not be familiar with one of the victims in this case. Her name's Xana. She was a college student. She lived on the 2nd floor. Her boyfriend was Ethan, and she had apparently ordered DoorDash at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I did a video, and Brian's lawyer is, had to withdraw from the case because she represented Xana's mother. Go watch that video on my channel now, or after this.
O'clock in the morning.
You won't believe what Xana's mother looks like.
And was on TikTok at 4:12 in the morning. To make a long story short, within 1 week of this horrible crime, Xana's mother was arrested for possession of illegal
Here we go. There she is.
substances, and she was given a $50,000 bond. There's been a lot of rumors and speculation, people wondering, did drugs have anything to do with this case? Somehow, someway, somebody bonded her out for $50,000. She was appointed a public defender, and that public defender's name is Ann Taylor. As you can see on this image right here, you have Xana's mother. Her name is Kara. Above her, you see Ann Taylor. That was her public defender.
That's what
And if we scroll down a little,
He's just gonna say exactly what I just said.
is now defending Bryan Kohberger. That's right, folks. You can't make this up. In small-town Moscow, Idaho, Ann
She withdrew from the case, or she asked to.
Taylor is now representing Bryan Kohberger, and she has officially dropped Xana's mother as a client. Xana's mother may not even have an attorney at the moment, or they might have assigned her a different public defender. But either way, this is weird. This is sketch.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been assigned from the get-go. I mean, she knew this before she took the Kohberger case. I mean, something is weird about that, right? She should have never even been considered for the job because she represented, one of the victims that was killed, that Brian killed. That's...
And some people think there's a reasonable explanation for this, such as Ann Taylor is the only person qualified in the Moscow, Idaho area to defend Bryan Kohberger.
Well, fly someone in then, I mean, someone else.
In a death penalty case. However, it's so messed up any way you cut it because it's re-victimizing Xana's mother, Kara.
Yeah, now her mother doesn't have an attorney, and it's just a conflict of interest, I mean, if there's no other attorneys, bring one in that's qualified,
Nobody deserves to have their public defender pulled away from them so that public defender can go defend your daughter's killer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His mother, Kara, is very upset about this. She came out of the shadows of hiding and did a news interview to discuss how horrible this is and how it's just not right, and she is emotionally distraught. My heart goes out to all the victims and the victims' families, because this is a horrible situation that I wish we didn't have to discuss. Certain pictures with certain lighting, it looks exactly like Brian's sister. And nobody's come forward to say, as of right now, I haven't seen 100% solid proof one way or the other. Certain pictures with certain people swear up it was Bryan Kohberger's sister.
Okay, so yeah, he's saying that he thinks this is Kohberger's sister. I think this is the day after the murders, film and everything. And it probably is because, guess who's standing right next to her? Brian's lawyer, right? Ann Taylor. So I'm sure that is Kohberger's sister just because of the fact it looks exactly like her, and Brian's lawyer was standing right next to her. So, yeah. Come on.
And I appreciate you stopping by Crime Circus to watch.
Oh, okay, well, That's all he wanted to say, and yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free and it's easy. And until next time, True Crime King out.